This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
All right.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford going to put it up right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go, come on!
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. Good footwork at the 30. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the 50, Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Stafford now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Maher able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
43 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 6. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Once again, it's Mostert.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the
Hello, Megan. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
To be priority 1.
Good to see you.
Line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready.
Good to see everybody here tonight.
They hand it off to Mostert.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I was watching the college football playoff game tonight for the championship game, but figured I'll go ahead and go live. I was debating whether or not to go live tonight or not. Too easy.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one.
How was your day, Megan? Hope everything was a good day for you.
And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
You like it? Yeah, Madden does a great job of creating their games. I do like their Madden games. I try to simulate it as a real game. And if I have the college football game, I'll be playing the Miami Indiana game right now, but unfortunately I still don't have that game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
It's on my bucket list.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
I think they have different variations of their uniforms. I think the home team has different colors, and then the away team has offsetting colors. It changes.
Stafford.
Here we go. Nice sack.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring it
4th and
down.
18. Let's go.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the
Miami's
football
catching
and not
up,
deliver
14-7
downfield and take that sack?
in
You gotta
the
make sure that
4th
he's
quarter
really into this game.
over Indiana. Interesting. I had a feeling this was going to happen.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this
Unless there's some way that Indiana could prevail. I don't know. Still too early to tell.
Offensive unit now, they get set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now
I was debating whether or not to go live tonight because of the game.
Yeah, and you know, they
Figured
told us all week that
everybody
this was the
is
plan,
watching
and
the
this is what they
game.
wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
No. No. Whew.
And it's incomplete.
I don't know why I did that. Definitely not the greatest decision. Gonna keep it on the ground here.
Now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Definitely gotta keep it on the ground. Get the 1st down.
Achane gets it from
Come on.
the gun.
There we go.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All right.
And as a defensive
Oh,
end,
I'm gonna
getting
punt
off the
just
ball
be
quickly,
safe. Well,
swarming
you know
to the
what?
football, making a tackle. That's what we saw
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the
Play it
run
safe.
game because
Punt the ball.
you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side.
And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Smash that like button, share it out, let everybody know that we are live. Playing a little bit of Madden here tonight. Hope you guys are doing great. Appreciate you guys for tuning in here, watching the replay. Glad to have you here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now
I did put a link in the chat to check out the previous Madden 2040 games.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly
we got some more snow today, so it was definitely a cold and windy, snowy day. Schools are closed for tomorrow here. So I don't know what's going to happen for tomorrow.
On 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Waddle, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Tua.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down at Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now they'll send Cup in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Williams again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd
Hello,
and goal.
gamer. Good seeing ya.
2 shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think
good to see you, gamer. Hope you're doing well. Good to see everybody here tonight.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Rams get a bit closer. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now. At 11, it's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
The past 2 nights I've been updating my Stream Elements bot. I'm sorry, my Streamlabs bot. I converted everything into one bot. I still have Nightbot, but only for certain things. Like weather and time and all that fun stuff.
At the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
But it's good to see everybody here. Hope you're doing well. Having a good night so far. Appreciate you guys for being here tonight. I will play Fortnite tomorrow. Taking a day off tonight to play in Fortnite. Just figured I would go ahead and continue the Madden series. I want to get this finished, so
frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
I know it's been a while since I played football on here.
How you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move.
If Indiana can pull it off this game, I'll be surprised. There's 2 minutes left, and it's 21-24. I'm getting game updates on my phone.
18 yards to go now on second down.
I don't know.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
It's do or die for.
Approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Tua.
There we go. Nice. First down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
No. But it's good to see, is it Brian or Bryn? But it's good seeing you. I usually do the, I simulate the Monday Night Football games every Monday. And then I play the Thursday night games and Sunday night games. And I try to simulate the actual game. So they played Miami, Los Angeles Rams, and Miami won that game 23-15. So I always play the winner of that game. I'm a little behind this time, but that's usually how I do it.
After the delay of game, 1st and 15. Looking to pass, Tua. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
But if you're talking about college football, I am neither a fan of Indiana or Miami.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
But I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing great.
Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
All right.
A slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20.
Easy peasy.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Stafford on first down. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
So hopefully you guys can still see me okay.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Short throw. It's Higbee. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. Stafford looks to throw again.
Oh.
Taken in here by Nakua. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
I could have got him right there. Missed tackle. Come on. We got this. Let's go.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Don't let him score. Don't let him score.
Cup in motion right.
Nice.
There
we go.
Run up the middle here.
Alright, second and 10. Let's do it again.
He goes down right there.
Don't let him score.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Now a second and 10. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now
Come
and
on,
then.
right
Sometimes
there.
you come back and you fake it to him and go
Right
play
there.
action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Under pressure, down he goes.
Alright, they're going to field goal it.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Maher is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Come on, let's go.
And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
All right, first down.
Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 83 yards rushing now from Mostert as he
still the first half. There's still a whole lot of game left.
We're on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one deep for Wilson.
No.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it with Achane.
Get the first down. 4th and 2. We're going for it.
2 yards there. Needed 4.
Get that first down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles
running up the middle.
as well.
The offense staying out. They're
Might as well.
4th and 2. They'll try
First down.
with Mostert.
Nice.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th and short. They had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
Huh. Nice.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, Achane.
Nice.
And he's got a first down.
2-minute warning.
A gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big one on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua going to keep it on the draw. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So
why not?
1 second left in the half. On is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran, who did some damage in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. From the gun, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Screenplay set up for Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Stafford to his #1 guy Cup for a Los Angeles first.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Stafford looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stafford now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Miami set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Motion man is Berrios. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Dances by him.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Stafford, and that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Maher able to put this one through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And that flag accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
They'll go. Achane. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To his throw, complete there to Barrios. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's a 2nd and 5. Stafford. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Stafford. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and 8. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. this call down near the goal line. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by N.O.R.A. is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Tua. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll run with Mostert.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And the Rams getting set to go now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, it's Stafford.
They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And they'll get to him right away at the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here's Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Stafford looks to throw again. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's N.O.R.A to kick it away. This will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Mostert up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one complete to Berrios. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Two and now on 1st down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
They hand it off to Mostert, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Mostert. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Once again, it's Mostert. This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll try it now with Mostert, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mostert. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run with Mostert, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So now Stafford and the Rams down by 2 touchdowns. 1:50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Stafford throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by N.O.R.A. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them.
All right, I think that's going to be it for the night here.
He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't
Gonna
matter
let the
what
clock wind down.
They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And we'll call it a night. Might have to kneel it here, but hey, it's good. There's 47 seconds left. Why not?
Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it.
Go into victory formation. Overall, it wasn't a bad game. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll probably be live again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this out. And if you're new here, please subscribe. If you like gaming content, this is the place to be.
In prime time, this offense,
really appreciate everybody's support.
Show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night
from Los Angeles.
So, alright folks, I am going to shut her down now. Thank you all for being here. Much love to you all. Really appreciate your support, your love, your interest into my channel. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Really, you guys mean a lot to me. Appreciate you guys for watching. Yeah, if you're watching this on the replay, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. I check the comments every day, and I love reading your comments. So, alright guys, you guys have a great night. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, wash your hands, drink your soap. Be kind to one another, love one another. This world is a crazy place we live in. Always share the positivity, share the love. Much love to you all. And I'll see you all tomorrow night, same time, same place. Take care, everyone.